Hey guys, I'm making another video, and this one's going to be on why I can't believe the stories in the Bible. So I'm going to go over a story in the Bible and just kind of point out the flaws, or like just why I can't believe in it. So this one is going to be Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark is a story about how humans started to become more corrupted and hated and violent, and apparently it was our fault, and he killed us all except for 8 humans and 2 of every animal in the world, and he saved them by flooding the earth, and the people who lived were on this like giant boat or something. He's the one that made us the way we are, and he killed us because he didn't like his own creation. Very logical. Alright, so just to point out the first flaws, so Noah's Ark was actually not that big. It was 45 feet tall, 450 feet in length, is 75 feet in width, and it was made out of wood. So that little boat can carry 8 people, 17,400 birds, 12,000 reptiles, 9,000 mammals, 5,000 amphibians, and 2 million insects. No. The Titanic, on the other hand, 175 feet tall. The length was 882 feet. The width was 92 feet, and it was made out of steel. That held enough for 3,547 people, with enough food and water for only 2 weeks. Noah's Ark had enough food and water for a whole year. Not only for that, but for every single animal. Now, when you think about it, that is a lot of weight. One elephant will eat 42 gallons of water and will eat 440 to 660 pounds of food. That's just in one day. So when you take one elephant multiplied by 365, that's a lot of weight. But not only that, there's different kinds of species of elephants. So you don't only have one elephant. You have 2 of the African elephant, 2 of the Asian elephant, 2 of the African forest elephant, and 2 of the savanna elephant. So right there, that's, I can't do the math in my head, but that's a lot I'm saying right now. So he's trying to punish us for our mistakes by killing everyone and everything on the planet, including animals who didn't do anything and plants who didn't do anything. So he killed off literally everything just because one species screwed up. So that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. So the Bible says that it covered 20 feet above the highest mountain in the world. So, of course, that's Mount Everest, which is 29,000 feet high. So that means the floodwaters had to be 5.5 miles deep. There is nowhere near that amount of water in this world. Nowhere near the amount of water. So when the flood went down, where did all that water go? Vanished? So that's logical? No, I don't think so. So, and plus, even if the ark was at the height, or at the altitude, the temperature would have been negative 50 degrees Celsius, and the animals would have froze to death. But they wouldn't die from lack of oxygen first, because if the floodwaters were 5.5 miles deep, all the plants below the surface would not get any sunlight, and they would just die. They would have a lack of carbon dioxide. So the oxygen cycle would be completely destroyed, and as a result, everything would die, and there would be no chance of ever coming back. So I don't really see how you could just land and all of a sudden there's a tree that's in full bloom, there's grass that's luscious and green. No, it doesn't make any sense at all. So if there was that amount of water on the world, there would be evidence of it everywhere, but there is no evidence whatsoever that water levels were 5.5 miles above sea level. So it doesn't make any sense. When you think about it, like, there was only 8 people and they somehow reproduced and made everyone in the world. doesn't really make any sense because 8 people can't make the same diversity that we have today. So let me think. We have like Africans, Asians, Koreans, Japanese, Russians, French, Dutch, German, American, Canadian, English, Brazilian, Cuban, you know, when you think about it, Spanish, it just doesn't make any sense. It really does not make any sense. So, and plus, if you only had 8 animals, or 8 people on that boat, on this boat, how could 8 people take care of millions of animals every day? To give you an idea of how unrealistic that is, the San Diego Zoo, which is like one of the biggest and most amazing zoos in the world, trust me, it is, it's amazing. It's home to 4,000 animals, which is a pretty big number, but that takes 400 to 600 employees. They have 24-hour health care, and all this takes place on 100 acres of land. So that's a lot more realistic than a bunch of animals living on a boat. Another thing you gotta think about is the carnivores. So every single time they ate, a species would go extinct pretty much. So, I mean, like, what is a lion gonna eat? Is it gonna eat grass? Is it gonna eat water? No, they are gonna need meat because that's their diet. So what does meat come from? Animals. So what's stopping the lions from eating all the animals that are on the port? It just doesn't make sense. People keep interpreting the story differently, and they come up with excuses like, no, the flood was only in Europe. It's just a story to give you the exaggerated story. It wasn't really like that, but it went this way. People keep coming up with these different versions and different theories, but when a story that's supposed to be true has that many gaps in it, I'm gonna take a swing at it and say it's probably not true. So I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Noah's Ark is not logical at all. Alright, well, so that's what I got today, and so I decided to make a Facebook page because some of you guys wanted me to do that. So I'll put the link's going to be down in the description. So yeah, if you guys just want to talk or whatever, I'll be there on Facebook. So yeah, alright, bye guys.